Hey, it's Maren, and this is the August 2019 forecast for Aries Risings. Starting out right on the 1st of the month, there's a new moon in Leo in your 5th house, and in some parts of the world, this will be on the 31st of July, like it will be here, but I can't remember if I included it in the last forecast, and in some places on Earth, it will be on the 1st, so either way, basically on the 1st, there will be a new moon in Leo in your 5th house of creativity, romance, and children. So you can expect there to be a new beginning, or maybe some seeds that you can plant yourself regarding any type of creative output that you have in your life. That could be physical children, or that could be an art project. It could also be new romance. So that's something to look forward to right at the start of the month. On the 11th, Jupiter stations direct in your 9th house. So for the past few months, Jupiter has been going retrograde in your 9th house of long distance travel, foreign travel, higher education, goals, authority figures, these aspirations that we have outside of ourselves. It's been bringing a lot of benefits and blessings and expansion to that area of your life. Maybe you've traveled a lot, maybe you're pursuing a higher educational degree, but over the past few months, the developments have begun to not necessarily regress or go backwards, but it's been a period of analyzing where you've come so far, and now beginning on the 11th for the next few months, it'll be going forward again so that you can grow and expand more in that area, because the past few months have been more of an internal investigation of these things. Now the external can begin to match up again to knowing that you are attracting and receiving these great things. On the 12th, Uranus stations retrograde, and it will go retrograde in your 2nd house in Taurus until January 1st, 2020. So Uranus entering your 2nd house has begun its 7-year transit of bringing you a lot of financial changes, not necessarily good or bad, just a lot of shifts that you can expect in terms of finances, and it'll be going retrograde until 2020. So maybe all the changes that have kind of already started to plant and sprout in that area, now it's a time to revisit them instead of having more changes. So from now to 2020, think of analyzing how your budgeting has changed and getting a better handle on all the new things that have come up for you in your money or possession world. On the 15th, there's a full moon in Aquarius in your 11th house, and the 11th house is about friends, networking, and any social connections that you're making. The full moon is a high point, so over the past 6 months, if there's been a lot of improvements or growth regarding friends or networking, expect the 15th to be some kind of a release or high point. It will be a really great time to socialize as well. On the 18th, Mars enters Virgo in your 6th house. So from the 18th onward into September, watch out for any frustrations or little annoyances with health or coworkers or animals around you. The 6th house has to do with health, coworkers, animals, how we take care of ourselves on a daily basis. So Mars being there, especially if you were born during the day, can mean just little setbacks in that area of life, whether that means conflict at the workplace or that means like stubbing your toe or getting into just physical impulsive accidents. So just watch out for that, and especially as an Aries rising, Mars is your ruling planet, so you're especially sensitive to Mars's transits in your chart. On the 21st, Venus enters Virgo in your 6th house. So with Mars and Venus both in your 6th house, there is this increased focus and both effort you're putting in and things that you are receiving and attracting in terms of either basically health or coworkers. One of those things is probably more prominent for you, and depending on other things in your chart as well. So expect maybe you go on like a new health program, or like getting your health and self-care routine back on track, or there's some new developments in like hiring a bunch of new coworkers or something like that. On the 23rd, then the Sun enters Virgo, starting Virgo season. Not bias. There's just even more light coming into this area of kind of mundane day-to-day activities with others, or in how you take care of yourself. So expect August into September to be kind of a like getting your shit together kind of month. Like, how do I need to rethink spending my money? How do I need to rethink my self-care and how I'm like dieting or exercise, like things like that. Finally, on the 30th, so there's 2 new moons this month basically. On the 30th, there's a new moon in Virgo in your 6th house, where you can plant seeds for something new regarding health or coworkers. If you've been wanting to start a new health or self-care regime, or you've been wanting to do something different around the workplace, the end of the month is a good time to start that. So this month is so different from the rest of the summer. This is really getting back to the basics and just the necessary things in life. Eclipse season in June and July were just big turnaround months, big downloads, and a lot of revamping, and there's probably a lot of exhaustion from that. So this month is having a focus on how do you take care of yourself and how do you interact with those around you, and what new beginnings and releases can you have there. So more down to earth this month, and I hope this was helpful. I do private consultations at the link below, and I would love to read for you. Let me know if any of this resonated, and if you have any plans regarding how you're going to take care of yourself or any coworker situations going on for you, because that's definitely highlighted. Like, subscribe, do all the things. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you soon.